Well, hello everyone. Wow, I bet I need to cut the fan off. It's probably making noise, but man, it's hot out here on the shop. I've been out here since early this morning. I got my router out, and what I did, I'm gonna zoom you in, working on Josh's guitar. There it is right there. And I'm cutting a headstock, so let me zoom that in where y'all can see. And I'm gonna come over here, and I hope you can see this. I'm gonna turn the router around. You notice it's got a flat side. Yeah, you can see it. All right. There's a flat side here on the back. So what I did, I took me a piece of plywood and I measured it out, precision, cut it out on my bandsaw, then took a strip of wood right there. I got my opening. That's for my bit. I got a bottom bit in there. This is a plunge router. You see how it works. Plunge it down and you can lock it. That's what I did. I plunged it down, I locked it, put it up against my jig, and moved my router along like that. Then I pulled it over here, and my sled, I call it, I pulled it off, run it back again, because I always want to cut when the bit's turning this way. I want it cut in. I don't want to cut back. You cut towards your wood. Anyway, run it back again, then I pulled my bit, that, and I just sat here and done that. Now it took me 3 cuts to get this depth, and each time I would go down about maybe a little more than 5/16, maybe to about 3/8 of a cut on it. Anyway, so with that being said, my sled, I can move it along on my table now. This right here, I wanted something stable, so I got this stable where it don't move. I didn't want Josh's guitar to move. The only thing I wanted to move is this. Of course, I'm still working on my piece of carpet, but I took and polished the top of this table here out with finishing wax. That way, my router can move freely. That was my cord hung, but my router can move freely along this table. So, anyway, and I had to cut these boards here. In other words, I had to build it to fit this guitar because it was a little thicker than the ones I built. But anyway, I cut mine out on a bandsaw, but he didn't do that. But let me move the sled and show y'all what we did. I'm going to put it over here behind the camera, out of the way. And I'm going to walk around here and get the headstock I made out of the maple. But see, now I got the headstock lowered because we dropped it down, and I'm gonna bring you in closer to see if you can see that better. Let's see. Yeah, all right. Because before, if you remember, that thing was setting up on top like that, which stowed it up real high. And boy, you talking about, when I cut this down, I couldn't believe how much sawdust and black sawdust from the router bit, which is coarse sawdust. I couldn't believe how much I got. I never filled up my shop vac with it. And you wouldn't think just this little bit will do that. But anyway, I got that piece finished today. Dropped down. I've been polishing on the maple headstock here. It's looking good. And now all I gotta do is go back. Oh, and see how I clamp my board down? I just use my clamps right there. Little blue clamps, clamp them to the table and put that board up there, and it held it fine. No problem at all. But anyway, we got that milled out. That's what I did, was mill it out. And I've sanded on it some, and I got to do some more. But if you look, also remember there was a crack up there in the top. Well, by golly, we went past that crack and got that big old chip out there. So the wood's looking really good up there in the front. I got that little drop down, and that's, like I said, that's for the headstock, which is made out of the maple that goes right there. I'm gonna bolt it down to the guitar, but first I'm gonna put the 4 tuners on each side. This is gonna be an 8-string left-handed lap steel. And I know some of y'all was wanting to know the process of doing that, and that's how I done it. I was gonna do the camera when I was routing, but good Lord, the sawdust was flying everywhere, so I didn't want to get the camera coated in it. But all right, the next thing I'm gonna be doing is getting all my measurements, and and I didn't get to make my the fretboard yesterday, because right after I got set up to do that, we had a little shower of rain. It got cloudy, and I actually had some lightning, and I got myself on in the house. Don't like no lightning, that's for sure. And it probably gonna be about the same thing today. I'll take you over here, but we're gonna cut the pockets out. But I hope this ain't too much towards the sun. But if y'all will look, that's where usually our storms come from, is over there out the west. That's looking west, and as you can see, we got some black clouds starting to form, and it's still early. The sun's still high up in the air, so I'm gonna swing you around. You come back over here looking towards the east, and I don't know where the rain's coming from today, but we got big clouds in the east, the eastern sky. So we got them in the south, so we got clouds all around. So we're gonna get another shower, that's a guaranteed, but that's all right. You make the grass grow anyway. And as you can see out in the pasture, it's time to already, I would say, to go ahead and start cutting, because the grass is really popped up good. And but anyway, I just want to give y'all a quick update, and that's what we got going on, and everything's going great. It's looking good. And we'll post a hump day report tomorrow. Maybe I'll get out the lap steel and give another lesson, and then later that evening, you know, I'll come out here and give another update on what we got done on Josh's 8-string left-handed lap steel. Thank y'all for stopping by. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go right down there on the bottom corner to your right and hit that subscribe button. We'll have more fun. We'll build some more guitars too. So see y'all tomorrow for the hump day report. I actually just heard a little bit of thunder, and it's starting to haze up out here, so that means the rain will be here shortly. Now I got to get some of my tools in, especially my sanding table. All my tools is on wheels, so I can roll them out here easy. I don't like toting stuff around. I had to bring the big planer out here this morning to plane those boards for that sled I made. Anyway, y'all stay safe out there, and see you tomorrow.